Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So this video is basically like that Captain Toad Treasure Tracker Ideas 2 video that I had basically, but with Tomodachi Life obviously, as you can clearly tell. But for those of you who don't actually know what Tomodachi Life is, it's a lot like Animal Crossing, but I'm going to explain it now and a bit more as I go through the video, like with the ideas that I have. So it's a game where you create Mii's from either the actual game itself or from the Mii Maker in your 3DS, and you make more Mii's and they interact in a lot of unique ways. The Mii's live on an island, as you can see, and there's things to do on it like buy food and clothes to level up the Mii's and stuff like that. So yeah, like you can see here, they just do random bollocks on the island and stuff. It's just fun really to watch. So when you start the game, you create a Mii that's going to be based off you, and it's weird because you're like the lookalike, so you're basically an intruder. I don't mean all the other way around. It's fucking confusing, but so you play as a lookalike and you interact with your Mii and the other Mii's to level them up and stuff. So yeah, it is a bit confusing, but that's why I think if they were to make a Tomodachi Life 2 or whatever it'll be called, they should just make you play as your Mii instead of just being an intruder, like I said. So it's a lot less fucking confusing. I mean, it's pretty simple if you actually think about it, but I'm a simple-minded person. And it would also give you a lot more, if you played as yourself, it'll give you a lot more control of what you can do, of what you can want to do in the game, instead of just mostly watching what's going to happen. And if you do, because I have a lot of ideas for if you are actually playing as your Mii. So if you do play as your Mii, I think it would be cool to actually be able to move around freely, so you could interact with other Mii's, like actually walk into the rooms instead of just teleporting there, and interact with stuff in your room, like actually sit on a chair or something to watch TV or something. I don't know. So I think this game should also take place on an island. But I think it would be cool. You could if like I said, if you're in your rooms, you can actually interact with stuff in there, and you can just put, instead of having whole interiors already designed, you can already just like that bike. You can just choose to put it in any type of interior design, and you can and the overall island, you can choose where all the shops go and what's inside of them, so it looks more like how you want it to look. And instead of like having different foods and like clothes on different days every day, like, because you know, if you've played the game, you know that you get different types of food every day. You could upgrade the shops and actually explore the shops instead of just seeing all the food instantly. So when you upgrade the shops, you get better food and stuff. So I think that would be pretty cool. You should also be able to keep giving your Mii presents, I think, even if they are different. But from my experience with the games, they didn't actually use them a lot, so I think you should be able to choose when they get to use them, at least when you're using your Mii if you are playing as your Mii. To give the Mii's more personality, I think you should like give them hobbies and stuff, like when you click on the person, because when you create the Mii's, they have like a personality chart that tells you about them when you create them. So I think it would be good. Like that could also tie into the items that you get and the jobs that they would have, which I'll get to the jobs soon. Well, I'm actually getting to the fucking jobs now, so I don't know what I said soon, but so it would be cool if instead, because in the game you have part-time jobs, because in the game they have like robots and wooden people that do the jobs, but sometimes your Mii's will do a part-time job. But instead, because they don't really do much, so instead of that, they could have like that chef hat from Miitopia. They could have like a chef, which takes the role of cooking for the island, or a doctor who takes care of ill Mii's and stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool. And maybe the jobs could have mini games as well, so that would help level them up. Which I'll also talk about the level up system in a minute. So let's say if there's like a mechanic job, your Mii role would, I don't know shit all about mechanics, so I guess you just connect wires to a speaker to fix like a speaker or something, so that would help level them up if they fixed it. So if you are playing as your Mii, like I keep saying, but I'm kind of got a mindset of the game where you do play as your Mii, so all these ideas would work. So yeah, like I said, if you are playing as me, you can quit jobs and try other jobs, so you have a chance to try out them all for yourself, because obviously you won't be playing as all the me's, you'll just be playing as the one that's based off you. So yeah, you can quit jobs like in Metopia to try out all the jobs for yourself. So there will be a lot of ways to level up your Mii's in the game. Like for the jobs, you could meet other Mii's that are working maybe at the same job, and they become friends, and that will help them level up and stuff. Two other presents you can get in Tomodachi Life to give to your Mii's. They interact with are cat and dog vouchers, and it's kind of like adopting like a dog or a cat for a day or something, because it's always a different dog or cat every day. So I've got a few ideas for that I'll mention now. So I said with the items, you can choose when to interact with them if you're playing as your own Mii. So you should do that with the cat and dogs vouchers things. But you can actually like just like a classic game about animals, you can actually pet them and play fetch with them and stuff like that. And you can actually choose what type of cat or dog it's going to be, and you can actually keep it as a pet instead of it just leaving the house whenever it wants, like a person. You can see that, you can barely see that there's a dog there. That's the dog from, well, one of the dogs from Wii Sports Resort. I like to call them the Wii dogs, because they're like the Wii dogs, because they're the dogs you normally see in games involving Mii's. And that's kind of because it's in other games like Wii Party and stuff, but in Tomodachi Life they have these realistic dogs, and I think they're just better off keeping those to keep it in the Tomodachi Life game, just to keep it consistent. Even though I would have preferred the Wii dogs to keep it consistent from the start, because I always thought that's how dogs would have looked in the Mii world, obviously. Last thing about the animals, I promise. You could also have like other animals instead of just dogs and cats. Like, I don't know, hamsters or mice or something. Well, I guess mice is a bit of a random one, but I remember in Wii Party there was like a mice or mouse thing, so it just reminded me of it. Just like normal, or even a fish or something. I don't know. Normally in the game, you get to do so much stuff before nothing ends up happening, like in apps. So it's better to turn it off for a while and then come back later. It's not really a big deal. I guess it's a good way to get people to stop playing games for a bit and go outside or something. But I think it would be good if they came up with more ideas to keep you playing, like I'll talk about in a minute. Like instead of all the like when you level up your Mii's, it doesn't slow down to make it a bit harder to level them up the further you go. It just is the same speed every time. So I think they could make it longer each time to keep you motivated to get to the highest level, which is level 99 in this game's case. I've also heard of this game called, I think it's called Tomodachi Collection, which is that Japanese thing off in the corner of the screen. And I've seen like YouTube videos on it and stuff, and as far as I could tell, it's literally the exact same game, but for the DS instead of the 3DS, and it was only made for Japan. Because I've seen videos on it, and it's literally the exact same interiors, same islands, same everything, but with shittier graphics considering it's older. So yeah, so that's pretty much all my ideas. I know it wasn't the best, but you know, there's only so much you can do with Tomodachi Life before it actually ends up becoming Animal Crossing or something. So yeah, that was all my ideas, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.